From a very young age, we are taught that loyalty is a primary virtue. We're conditioned to believe that when a conflict inevitably arises, picking a side is an absolute moral imperative. But such dedication carries a high price. The exact moment you commit to a cause or a person, your leverage evaporates. You immediately become predictable. Worse, you automatically inherit the enemies of the side you just joined, stepping into battles you never chose. Influence operates on the exact opposite principle. Real power is derived from a strict refusal to commit to anyone. By fiercely guarding your independence, you stop being a pawn in other people's squabbles. Instead, you force them to pursue you, making you the center of gravity that everyone else revolves around. This dynamic operates on a specific friction. Aloofness breeds intense desire. When you seem unreachable, people naturally try harder to win you over. When Queen Elizabeth I ascended the English throne in 1558, she faced immense pressure to marry. Parliament and the public demanded a king and a clear heir to secure the kingdom. Her response was a masterpiece of restraint. She didn't actively turn her suitors away. She entertained the most eligible bachelors in Europe, dangling the possibility of marriage, but she never actually said yes. This posture allowed her to forge vital peace treaties and alliances across the continent. By keeping her suitors hopeful but frustrated, she maintained complete control and avoided surrendering her sovereignty to a king. The same focus on independence appears in the 20th century career of Pablo Picasso. After his early years of poverty, Picasso became highly sought after, but instead of signing an exclusive contract with a single art dealer, he refused to sign with any of them. He let the dealers compete for his favor. This graph shows the correlation. As access to an individual is restricted, their perceived market value rises. By withholding his commitment, Picasso created a scarcity that drove his prices to the top of the market. The moment you fully commit, the mystery is gone. If you want to be treated as high value, you have to maintain a state of frustrated desire in those who seek you out. Neutrality also serves as a protective layer. By refusing to enter the fray, you preserve your energy while the conflicts of others play out around you. Consider the old fable of a flock of kites and a murder of crows. They discover a wounded animal in the forest and immediately wage a brutal war over who gets the better half of the meat. A fox simply sits back and watches. He waits for the combatants to exhaust and destroy each other, and then casually walks in to take the prize for himself. In the late 15th century, Isabella d'Este used this same vantage point. Her small kingdom of Mantua was geographically trapped between the warring superpowers of France, Spain, and various Italian city-states. Any formal alliance would have doomed her, so she showered every aggressive king and invading pope with extravagant gifts and charm, but she firmly refused to commit Mantua's troops to anyone's army. Decades later, during the 1968 U.S. presidential election, Henry Kissinger positioned himself precisely between two camps. Kissinger is a central node, approaching Nixon and Humphrey simultaneously. While the larger nodes attacked each other, he fed information to both. When one side lost, Kissinger's central position remained intact. He simply shifted to the victor and secured a high-level post. Stepping into someone else's fight is a drain on your resources. True strategic dominance comes from letting your rivals bleed themselves dry while you safely spectate. Playing the middle is not about total isolation. It isn't an excuse to be misanthropic or to ignore people completely. In fact, if you string people along for too long without offering occasional minor concessions, they will eventually lose interest. Worse, they might see through your game and join forces against you. The goal is a state of absolute inner autonomy. You remain engaged on the surface, offering sympathy, giving gifts, and negotiating, but you keep your emotions completely detached from the outcome. When George Washington was establishing the young United States, he flatly refused to form an exclusive alliance with either France or England. He knew that true power required the world to see the new nation as a sovereign equal, not a dependent. Your time and your energy are your only true assets. By refusing to blindly commit to the causes of others, you ensure that every move you make is entirely your own.